Hey y'all, hey, how you doing? Listen, Southwest, please come to the front of the congregation. Get your ass down here now. So I've never flown Southwest. And now I'm happy I've never flown because now I'm hearing Southwest is updating their plus size policy. I didn't even know airlines had a plus size policy. So they're updating their flight policies requiring plus size passengers to purchase two seats. And they will only give you a refund if the flight isn't fully booked. I don't I don't understand. How do you charge someone for two seats based on size? Like, okay, if you purchase an extra seat, do you put one ass cheek on one seat and the other cheek on another one? Because what about that thing in the middle? Won't that like go up your taint? Like, y'all, explain to me. I never flown Southwest. I didn't even know this policy existed. It's giving discrimination. It's giving we need to go to the Supreme Court. It's giving what's next based on are you going to make policies based on what's next? This is all types of wrong. If you've flown with Southwest, if you are a flight attendant, please get in the comments and explain to me what is going on here. Now let me play a couple of TikTok videos and then let's get into a conversation.
I don't know how long this has been out, but I was just scrolling and I saw this. Southwest Airlines will begin requiring plus size passengers to purchase two seats in 2026. And I was like, hold up, is this for real? Earlier this year, I had a video go viral because I videoed myself asking the flight attendant for a seatbelt extender on a Southwest flight. My comment section was insane, mostly people making fun of me. Although what I did was just try to educate other plus size people that you don't have to be embarrassed by having to ask for a seatbelt extender. I clicked on that article because I had to read and figure out how are they going to decide who is purchasing a second seat and who isn't. It states that anyone who cannot sit in a seat with both armrests comfortably down will be required to purchase a second seat. When I am online purchasing my ticket, how will you decide, Southwest, that I don't fit in the seat? Is it going to be like an amusement park where I show up to get on the plane and there's going to be a seat there waiting for me to sit on it and see if I can fit before you let me on the plane? I have literally only flown Southwest my entire adult life. And this is going to make me not fly them again. You guys can say what you want, all you want in the comments about how plus size people should be purchasing two plane tickets. But in my opinion, this is just another way that society tries to tell a fat person that there is something wrong with you. This really isn't okay. How about we just make the plane seats accommodating?
Ladies and gentlemen, Southwest Airlines say they getting ready to start making plus size people pay for two seats. You know what I'm saying? In 2026, Southwest. Come here, let me holler at y'all real quick. Don't mess around and policy your way out of business. Don't do that. Don't do that, cause you can't talk slick when you ain't got a first class. Y'all ain't got first class. Y'all got up front. And the people up front eat the same stuff as the people in the back. Y'all ain't got, you can't talk slick. Don't start talking crazy. Y'all need to come up with some more stuff. You know what I mean? Take up a collection at the church and get y'all some bigger seats in the plane or something if it got to be all that. But don't start talking crazy to these people. I can tell you that now. It ain't going to work out good for you. It ain't going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. I'm just saying it's not. It's not going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. So we need to all just leave this alone. Southwest, I'm trying to spare you. Y'all out here, well, y'all got to buy two tickets. No, they don't. Don't do that. Something about this just don't sound right coming from y'all. American, Delta, nah. Air Canada, nah. Y'all Y'all at the top of the bottom. Don't get cocky. Just saying. Anyway, my stand-up special. Anybody want to tell me is on Tubi right now. And I'm on tour. Go to ShulaKing.com and get them tickets.
I agree. It's just not right, but I did a little more reading, and it has been a long-standing policy, at least with Southwest, that you if you are oversized or obese or overweight, and that again is subjective, okay, you could buy an extra seat, right? As a courtesy that you are extending to other passengers, right? And then after the flight, you were sure to get a refund. They would refund it. So I understand. So now what they're saying is sounds like, okay, let's say so a lot of people have body dysmorphia. I mean, I could identify as a skinny person. What if you don't realize you're that big? What if you don't buy a ticket? So it sounds like now what they're doing is if you are morbidly obese, right? And you go on the flight and you did not purchase an extra ticket and the flight is full, um are they going to deplane? It sounds like you not flying, because it says that there needs to be an extra seat upon departure. So if it was a full flight and you failed, you and your big back failed to purchase an extra seat, it sounds like you will be either deplaned, right? And you're not allowed to fly, or will they allow you to fly and penalize you? That's the part I don't get. I just know that it says there needs to be a seat. If you're a big back, there needs to be a seat, a space in between you and someone else. Again, that like it this is all types of wrongs, and they're making it more difficult where in the past it was easy to get that extra seat you bought refunded. Now they're making it harder to get it refunded. That's all it is. And listen guys, the economy is in terrible shape right now. It is in horrible shape, and I've noticed these companies are trying to find ways, and I hate it. This like burns, like I'm incensed right now. They're finding ways to cut corners and to get more out of you, or finding ways to make it harder for you to get your money back, to make claims. Almost every company is doing this. These companies are all in it together, right? Once one does something, the other, it's an industry. They all follow suit. That's the difference between the companies, right? Big business, and us consumers. As consumers, we're dumb. We don't stick together like the industry stick together. We don't. Industry, what we need to realize, industry, even though they're in competition, they are really one. They have a lot of the same policies. They copy off of each other because they have one common goal, profit, and they have one common enemy, which is us consumers. And when I say enemy, we are their enemy. They're trying to squeeze and nickel and dime us. Delta freaking came out with some weird cockamamie like stupid policy, the MSQDs or whatever. I barely fly them anymore. I hate it. It's terrible now. I was on a flight a couple weeks ago. They barely gave you any snacks. Before it used to be like coffee or tea. They gave you a variety of drinks, variety of snacks. Now it's like nope, you either get what were they offering? Either water or coffee or something like that. The snack sizes are much smaller now, like much smaller, and there's less of a variety. Less of a variety, and if you want more, you have to pay more to go to Comfort, Comfort Plus. There's all these different tiers now. All these companies are following suit. That's how they make their money. Us, the problem with consumers, you need to handle your finances the same way. When things start getting expensive, like they just increased my internet bill, all our bills are getting expensive. We need to start acting like these companies and start cutting left and right, fire them, cut them, go shopping elsewhere. That's how we'll get these companies to stop. If you notice, bags of chips now, I had a bag of chips the other day, When I opened it, it was 60% air. No lie. They're cutting corners in every industry. Look at your packages. Everything is smaller now. Everything is smaller. It says 16 ounces. There was something out. I forgot what it was. I'm like, there's no way this is 16 ounces. And I weighed it, and it was like 14 ounces. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. We're getting less now. And we just keep buying. We're keeping to buy. There's no huge public outcry. So I am seeing now a huge public outcry for this Southwest, but is it enough? Are we able to band together enough to get these people to stop what they're doing? Look at what happened with Carnival. Look at their loyalty program. Now, it was bad to the point where they threatened the I guess the CEO's family because it's getting ridiculous. And I even went on Facebook. I said, Royal, you better not. You better not. Everything with these companies is about the bottom dollar. They don't give a fuck about our feelings and our wallets. And that's why we do need to, as one, boycott, because they are an industry. Consumers need to have, we need to have our own industry. But we can't do that. There's just so many of us. We need to follow suit and properly boycott what these companies are doing. You can't have these long-standing policies and then just do an about face just to try to make it harder for people to get a refund. Are you kidding me? You have to, like, they're making consumers now jump through hoops now. Now, granted, yes, they said you have to make the claim within 90 days. That's 3 months. I hope y'all not listen. I hope y'all not waiting 3 months. That to me is not a big deal because listen, if I'm due something, I'm on the phone the next day. Bloop, 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 bloop. You better get my money. I called Delta the other day. I said, give me my money back. That stupid chat box on Delta, sometimes I feel like they don't know what they're talking about, or it must be AI, because then that person will tell me the wrong thing. I'm like, let me speak to your manager. I can't. And then I think it's a live person because they end up fixing the problem. That happened to me twice this week, where the first person, whatever it was, AI or whatever, didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So I had to escalate it. Now, consumerism is basically escalation. That's all it is right now. Jumping through hoops. You got to escalate. Long wait times, waiting and waiting. As consumers, we need to be smarter. If you've flown Southwest, are you going to continue to fly? Maybe, because I mean, a lot of people are not big backians. A lot of us are not like obese to the point where, we need to buy 2 seats. And so that's my other question. Let's say I don't buy a ticket. When I get there, are you going to take a look at me? Like, this is going to go all types of ways wrong. Are you going to take one look at me and say, nope, you should have bought a seat like that? Damn. Damn. Or does it have to be where the seatbelt must buckle? You know what I mean? Is that the criteria? Or if you're spilling over in the seat into someone like, but the thing is too, I wouldn't want to sit next to someone that big either. Hell no. Hell no. So I get it. I understand, but don't make it harder to get your refund. Don't make it harder. Again, that's corporate greed. What should be of utmost importance, it should be the safety and the the comfortableness and the experience of the traveler. That's what it should be. Safety, your traveling experience, and if your passenger is comfortable and not being smothered by someone. I get it. I understand that. But no, now you're getting into corporate greed territory. There's no reason. I don't what was the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the
to have people jump through hoops now to get their money back. What was the reason? No reason. Corporate greed. Corporate greed at its finest. And now I wouldn't be surprised. I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Frontier, where you at? Listen, I flew Frontier a couple of times. My kids, they were like, never again. They said, "What the fuck are you doing? You need to stop." It was bad. Spirit, listen, I didn't even know what a Spirit was. I said, "Ooh, these prices are cheap." When I flew, I thought I was gonna die. Never again. I thought I was going to die. So I've never flown Spirit again after one time. I did Frontier twice. My kids said never again. Don't you? This is abuse at this point. Southwest, I've never flown, and I will not be flying Southwest. I've flown a Velo. Now my thing is Delta and a Velo. A Velo, yes, they will nickel and dime you, but you don't have to, you know, purchase the upgrades and all that. But the base fares are really good. So far with the Velo, so far so good. I'm sticking with them. I'm gonna stick beside them. But Southwest, shame on you. Let me know what you guys think. Who's flown Southwest? Do you agree with this policy? Like, I still don't understand the change, the difference. And if you guys have any idea, how are they how are they determining that you need an extra seat? Because that is disrespectful and embarrassing. Let me know what you guys think.